Steve took away my gadgets and said we were minimalizing. He took me to a cabin in the woods when I was 9 months pregnant. He promised a vacation in a villa, but brought me to the middle of nowhere with no facilities. I couldn't even make it through the night and decided to leave. But the car was gone. Steve said he'd sold the car to buy a new one. I wanted to call a cab, but Steve hid my phone. He said there was no signal anyway. To keep me calm, he handed me the paints I'd wanted. But I was angry. Painting? I was pregnant and in the woods. I went into labor because of stress. I wanted to call an ambulance. But Steve shocked me, saying he'd deliver the baby himself. The labor was fake, but I realized the baby and I weren't safe. While Steve was asleep, I crept out. I ran through the woods, afraid Steve would wake up and catch me. After a few hours, I made it to the freeway and hitched a ride. I came home and was about to open the door when a stranger came out of our apartment. He said he was the new owner. I was shocked. I went to a hotel, but I was in for another surprise. The receptionist said my card was declined. Everything became clear when I went to the bank. Steve took out lots of loans. The bank even sold our apartment to pay off our debts. My water broke because of stress. They brought me to the hospital, but Steve was already there. He'd gotten a call from the hospital. He was yelling we had to leave right now. Otherwise, he'd divorce me and take the baby. I told the doctors not to let him in. But when I had a son, I called Steve to show him the baby. Police officers met him at the bassinet. Had threatened me and forcibly confined me in the woods. Turned out the police had been looking for Steve all this time. He lost big at the casino and ran away without paying. That's why he made up the minimalism story. My parents took me from the hospital and the police took Steve. He went to jail and I got divorced and started my life from scratch. If someone cuts off your oxygen, you have to leave in order to breathe, right?